Okay, here we go. Hi guys. So we've been doing a little bit of our team features the last couple weeks, and since we have a virtual law firm, we have a couple team members that are out of state. So these are going to be done ahead of time over Zoom, like we did with Maylin, which went great. So today we have Brandon with us. So Brandon, he makes things work behind the scenes. We have a lot of systems in play, like I said, because we're virtual. So he does all of that kind of stuff. Big shot, if you ask me. So yeah, I got a couple questions here. So the first one, we just want to know where you're from, because obviously you're not in Colorado, but where are you from? Where do you live?
So right now, I live in Gilbert, Arizona. It's just a suburb of Phoenix. So it's like well over 100 degrees here today.
Oh no.
Yeah. See, like in Arizona, everything's the opposite. In the summertime, we stay indoors, and then in the wintertime, we go out.
There we go. There we go. So we know
Yeah.
where to run during the winter when it's cold here. Yeah, no, that's great. So you're in Arizona, we're in Colorado. You've been here a couple times for our team outings and stuff. So at least we all get to hang out then. So the next question is, what brought you to Write Law Group? How did you come onto the team here?
So I used to work with a guy who one of his clients started the Maximum Lawyer podcast that Alexis listens to. And then I guess they have a couple other things that she joined. Well, they were putting on like kind of an automation clinic and they needed some help. So I offered that I'd go out and help. And one of the, participants of that clinic was Alexis, and I helped her work through a couple things. And then there was some stuff that we didn't have time to finish. So got her contact information and just followed up afterwards. And then one thing led to another, and never stopped working with her.
You just
So,
never stop answering the questions.
nope.
There we go. We're glad that happened. It's good. We appreciate it, and yeah, we make it work. So that's good. So I like the difference in the next question. We get kind of different answers based on what you do for the company. So the next one is like, what do you wish people knew before hiring an attorney? So depending on, the position of the company, there's been different answers. So is there something that you did wish people knew, or just kind of like heads up or anything like that?
Well, I had honestly a lot of misconceptions of exactly the role that an attorney played. Like, obviously, I knew they helped you get through, whatever case you had or whatever you went to them for, to sort something out legally. But I never actually knew how much work they put into a case. Alexis, the Right Law Group specializes in, criminal defense law. And it's just amazing, one, like how much stuff they know pertaining to the law, and then just all the work that goes into even something as simple as a traffic ticket.
Yeah.
So when you
Definitely,
look
yeah,
at
a lot of work.
what you have to pay to hire a lawyer, like I'm always like, that's crazy. They charge so much. But now seeing it from the inside, it amazes me how much work actually goes into something as simple as like a traffic ticket. So
Yeah, awesome. No, that's good to know, because like you said, like it was a misconception before you started working here, and people have that because you don't know until you're like thrown into the middle of it. It's a lot of moving parts. So no, I appreciate the answer a lot. So since this is kind of a get to know your team, who's supporting you and stuff, we like to end on more of a fun note. So the question is like, what do you do in your free time? What do you do for fun when you're not working? Here, a lot of answers are, we like to hike, like we live in Colorado. So like, what do you like to do in your time where you are?
um well, first I have to have free time, and
What
that's a
is
little
free time?
difficult. um so I'm married with kids, so that usually takes up almost all the free time that you have. And in all honesty, we're all homebodies. We just kind of hang out here, and we have a pool in the backyard. So like, summertime we go swimming. For the most part, we kind of hang out, watch movies. I'm always tinkering with something.
Yeah.
The house that we bought this time around is like 25 years old, so there's always something that needs to be fixed here. but I mean, that's pretty much it. We don't really go out and do much anymore. I mean, the school that our kids are in, like even in kindergarten, they came home with homework.
Oh,
So it's like it's multiple hours of homework every night, and then on the weekends they generally have a little bit of something to do. But
yeah.
we're just always playing catch up. I honestly haven't been on a vacation in a long time, and so like I said, got to have some free time first. So
Yeah. You gotta make it work. As my kindergartner also, she has more homework than my second grader. So I get that. No, but I appreciate you meeting with us. So I think next week we're gonna hang out and get to know Nanette a little bit more and talk to her as well. So she's also an out of towner, but she definitely like is a big moving part of our team, which is like, kind of what you're doing as well. So I appreciate you tuning in with us and just kind of sharing a little bit about yourself so we know who's on your team, who's behind you, who's working all hours of the day, which you do. I'm like, I know Brandon's gonna answer this. I can talk to Brandon. So you are hard worker and we appreciate it. But yeah, thanks so
all
much,
right.
guys, and we'll talk to you later.